Do you really have faith if you are playing it safe? Or are you just living in fear of failing? I'm going to give y'all some time to think about that. Time's up. Time's up because life is short and you should be you should be thinking about that right now. Oh, 26 seconds. Wow. I think that's a record, y'all. I think that's a record. Now, I think I did 30 seconds before. But welcome to Mind Over Matter, baby. I'm your host, Deja Wallace. And if this is your first time joining me, welcome. If this is not, welcome back. I appreciate you. Like you really came back to listen to another episode of Mind Over Matter, baby. Like, you really came back to listen to me chat again. Like, oh my God, I love that for you. And I love that for me. And I love that for us. And I'm just so excited because, like, just make yourself cozy. Make yourself at home. Like just come on in. Come on in. Yeah, welcome. I'm your host, Deja Wallace. I probably already said that. I just, kind of spew out a lot of words when I get really excited, so I'm just gonna keep going because I don't want to break that flow state. And I feel like I'm really cooking right now, and I feel like this episode I'm really gonna cook. And I feel like I just been doing a lot of pontification recently, and I feel like, oh my God, like it's so much to say, so much to be said, and so much to be heard from y'all. And I'm back home, y'all. Back home, back in my comfort zone. You know, I got the setup. I changed my plant out, y'all. Changed my plant out for aesthetic reasons only. This is an outdoor plant. This is just not supposed to be in here, but I put it in here for y'all. You see what I be doing? I be wilding. On episode 97 of Mind Over Matter, I will be talking about playing it safe, not taking risk, staying in your comfort zone, and energy. If this is something you're interested in, kick back, relax, and enjoy this episode, because I sure am. I'm gonna do this. I'm kicking back, I'm relaxing, I'm enjoying this episode right now. So I suggest you do the same. Where do I start? Where do I begin? Oh, okay. Here's where I start. I feel like like I said, I've been doing a lot of like deep thinking, journaling, just a lot of pontification recently. I like that word, pontificating. I've been pontificating recently on just my endeavors, you know, and life. And I've just been pondering a lot. And I just want to talk about the social economic state of the world. I'm chatting right now. I told you what I want to talk about, so let me get into it. I feel like in this life, you got to be a little bit crazy. You got to be just a tad bit, just a little bit crazy. And that's something I've been thinking about recently, is that usually those are the people that actually stand out in life and actually like rise above the grain or what everybody else is doing, because they had to be a little bit crazy to stand out. And what I mean by that is like they have this kind of crazy faith. It's not just out here moving like a crackhead type crazy, not just out here like not like that type of crazy. I'm talking about people who are at rock bottom, damn near on their last dollar, but they still manage to have a smile on their face. And you're like, yo, what the hell? You just lost everything. Why are you like still in a good mood? That type of crazy. Just having crazy faith that things are gonna work out in your favor no matter what. That's the type of crazy I'm talking about. And I've just been thinking about that a lot recently, is that no matter how ugly things get and how ugly things look, I'm going to have that type of crazy faith within just myself and within God that things are going to work out. And when you're playing it safe, I feel like, and keeping content with your current circumstance, I feel like it's an insult to that faith. It's an insult to your faith in a way. When you're not willingly trying to seek more, I feel like it can be very detrimental to your growth. Obviously, you can't grow and be the same. Like, it's not gonna add up. And playing it safe, yeah, you just gotta crave more in life. And I came across something while I was reading, and it said that just like when you are full, you don't crave more food. I didn't come across something when I was reading. I wrote this all out. Like, I'm like basically an author, bro. Like, I don't know why I said that. I came across this while reading it, but I had wrote something while journaling, and I said when things are safe, you really don't crave more. Like when you're hungry, you don't crave more food. And the same thing, like when you are content in life, and when you're just playing it safe, you don't crave more. And what happens is when you are full, you put yourself out for food. When you are full, you hire yourself up for food. What does that mean exactly? I believe that life is more than what meets the eye, of course. And when you energetically have stopped progressing towards self-improvement and just becoming the overall best version of yourself, it's like putting your energy up for sale, and anyone can take it from you and use it for their benefit. For example, when you're at work, you don't want to be there. Picture you're at this dead-end job, you hate it there, you're at McDonald's. No free promo, but you're at McDonald's, Mickey D's. You have Mickey D's. You hate your job. Your job is very draining to you, and you literally count the hours until you're leaving, right? Your boss does not care how you are feeling. You're still putting energy into going to work, good or bad energy. And when I say that, when you are full, you hire yourself out for food, what I mean by that with this analogy is like, all right, so you hate your job and you're slaving your life away, doing the same mundane routine, and you're not learning anything. No matter what energy you're putting in, your energy is still being used for somebody's benefit. And let me break this down a little further too, because I know I'm getting really philosophical here with y'all. I'm getting philosophical on y'all, all right? Follow me. Isaac Newton, right? The law of emotion. Isaac Newton, he states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but can be converted from one form to another. So, what does this all mean when I say when you are full, you hire yourself out for food? Think of the law of emotion. Your energy is like food. When you aren't creating new energies, you are full. You're content. You're not creating new energies. You're not creating new experiences. And why that can be so dangerous is because when you are in that cycle of feeding yourself negative thoughts and not creating new energies, new possibilities, new realities, being in that reality of hating your job, you are auctioning yourself up for anyone to buy that energy and use it for their benefit. Your boss at that dead-end job more than likely does not care that you hate everything about that job. He is using your energy for food and for the benefit of him getting to his sales goal. That's why it's so important to protect your energy. And playing it safe puts your energy at risk, because you're always gonna exert some feeling of regret and shame for not going after your heart desire. Like, imagine like you're old, you're a grandparent, you're a grandma, grandpa, you got your little grandkids all up at your bed looking up at you like grandmama, granddada, and they want to hear stories about your life, and you trying to tell them stories about your life, but you didn't really do much because you played it safe, you played it by the rules. And it's like, don't you want to make your life story juicy? Don't you want to have things to be able to tell your kids? And energy doesn't lie. You're gonna tell them that, oh, I played it safe, I played by the rules, I I didn't really take much risk. I just did what I was told. Energetically, they're gonna feel that, and they're gonna be like, damn, you boring, bro. Like where's the energy? You know, where's the energy? I mean, like, we wanna fantasize about something. You need to. You can't just tell them I've been employee of the month and you just played it safe. I know that scenario will always make you feel just bad about yourself, you know? You never had the cojones. You never had the heart to follow your dreams. Like, that's a lame story. Like, oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes because, like, that's a bad story. Get off the stage, get off the mic. Nobody wants to hear that. But breaking the rules, right? Or creating your own rules is what I should say, will always make for a better story. Energetically, more passion filled. Your grandkids is gonna want to hear that one. They're gonna be proud of you. It's gonna be something you're proud to even share, you know? So all of that being said, do you really have faith if you are playing it safe? Or are you just living in fear of failing? I'm gonna say that again for you real slowly for the people in the back who didn't hear me. Do you really have faith if you are playing it safe? Or are you just living in fear of failing? I'm gonna give y'all some time to think about that. Time's up, because life is short and you should be like, you should be thinking about that right now. Feelings are part of the process. You have to fail. You can't grow and not fail. It's impossible. And failing is a part of the process of self-improvement. It's just a benchmark of how much you know. Can't be perfect and grow. You got to start somewhere. I think that there's certain aspects of my life where I've been playing it safe for sure, and I feel like that's just with this generation. A lot of us feel we have so much potential, we have so much aspirations, but we never start because we're afraid of failure. A lot of us want to start a YouTube channel. A lot of us want to do these big, extravagant things, but we don't want to start with 3 views. We don't want to start with 20 views. And we allow failure to hinder us from even making that big step, from even taking the risk. I'm not gonna lie, like I said, it's been certain aspects of my life that I've been playing it safe. Like when it comes to dating, I'm literally terrified by the men in my generation. They scare me. I'm scared of men. I don't talk to them. Even the ones that look nice, they scare me. And I've always allowed my insecurities and self-doubt to just win when it comes to that aspect of my life. And it has crippled me when it comes to finding love, because I'm like a hopeless romantic, but I really don't. And it's a big risk to commit yourself to allowing someone to experience you in that intimate way, and I just don't want to experience rejection. And the only way to change that is by stepping out my comfort zone. I know these things, and allowing myself to just experience that rejection that comes with it. And when it comes to having crazy faith, that doesn't mean you aren't going to experience rejection, suffering, hurt, but that's all a part of the process, like I said. And eventually I'm gonna have to step out that shy girl era, because like after a while I feel like you're just too old to be shy. Like how you 60 years old and you're shy? Like babes, you're mad old. Like, sorry if anybody's 60 listening to this, you're not mad old. I'm just like speaking hypothetically. Yeah. So if you're 60 years old and you're shy, it's like, grow up, babes. And I'm speaking to myself because like that's embarrassing. I think of the book, one of my favorite books, The Alchemist. There's the main character, Santiago. He was popped. Like he had no money. He was so broke. and he needed money, so he started working at this crystal merchant shop, right? And this crystal merchant, his shop wasn't like that good. So Santiago's like, I'm gonna polish your glasses, I'll make sure the glasses are popping, you could put some out on display, you could even have some drink in the glass and make them test the glass in the drink outside. And he just hooked up his whole shop while he was working there, and they started making money. And the crystal merchant was like, yo, one of my biggest dreams is to go to Mecca and to go just explore Mecca. And I just want to go out and go on that pilgrimage to Mecca. Like, it's a part of his religion to go out as a Muslim to Mecca and, you know, explore out there. And then Santiago's like, yo, bro, I'm about to go to Mecca soon. What's up? Like, pull up with me. We're about to be outside. We're about to go outside, you know, on some excursions. Just do whatever you do when you go to Mecca. And then he's like, oh, but I'm broke. Like, bro, I just helped you get all this money. Your shop is the best shop, like, on the strip. Like, you're lying. I know you're getting money now. Like, I've seen the growth. I've been here for a year. I've literally seen the growth. You're lying. You're not broke. And I'm not broke. So that's how I know you're not broke. And he's like, you know, honestly, the idea of going to Mecca is the reason that he wakes up every day. And he feels like he won't have no purpose once that's fulfilled. The man had more than enough money to go on his little trip to Mecca. It's not a little trip. It's probably a big trip to him. Sorry for saying little in front of it. It's just my colloquialism. Sometimes I say little. It's not demeaning or anything. But he had more than enough money to go on his trip to Mecca. And that's a lot of us. A lot of us are like that crystal merchant. We hide behind our challenges and don't take risks because of fear of failure. And back to that thing I said earlier about energy, where when you are full, you put yourself higher for food. When Santiago benefited from the crystal merchant's fear of playing it safe, and it gave him money in the pocket he needed to go and follow his dreams, which is why I said initially, when you're full, you put yourself up for higher for food. Someone else is always going to capitalize off of your complacency, off of your fears, and use it to their benefit. Energy cannot be destroyed, it's only transferred. People are using your fears to their benefit. Really think about that. Pontificate on it, meditate on it, and protect your energy. Turn those fears into aspirations. Transform your fears into something else, because somebody is benefiting off of it. Let me get back onto the subject of me wanting a man and needing a man, but I am just too scared sometimes to step out my comfort zone and take risks. I never had a man. Like, I never had a boyfriend, nothing. And it's crazy because I have to step out on faith and just trust my judgment and just trust in God, honestly, that I will attract the right man. Instead of being too scared to talk to them. That's really what it is, because like I said, at this big old age, being shy, it was cute when I was 7, but now it's just a bad look. It's a bad look, and I do not recommend it. I don't recommend it. It's a bad look. It's embarrassing. It's
oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato, I'm throwing tomatoes.
Like, embarrassing. 0 out of 10. And this season, I have to go after everything I want in every aspect. I have to go out on crazy faith. Mothers, hide your son, because I'm stepping out on crazy faith. Mothers, hide your sons if they're over 25. I think that, of course, dating pool is trash in my generation. We all can't deny that. Like, right now, like, it's an epidemic. It's a pandemic. It's a mandemic. But I feel like I'm just in a scaredy generation too. Like, everybody's playing it safe. Everybody don't want to look dumb. They don't want to seem like they care. Everybody want to play nonchalant. Everybody want to play, I got options, so I don't really care about you like that. But I'm still gonna step out on crazy faith. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me. I'm gonna let y'all know how that plays out for y'all. For me, I mean, but it's like we can't all be socially awkward. We can't all be shy. You know what I mean? How is this gonna work? How is this gonna work? What like? I feel like being a social butterfly is really like a commodity nowadays. It's not a lot of them out there left, and I really wish I could be that, but I'm not. I'm not gonna be something I'm not. I'm not gonna force it. But my message to you is do one thing every day that scares you, no matter how big or how small it is, because that's really been what I've been doing recently. And make your own rules. Cuss a bad word one time, break the rules just to do it, you know? It's exhilarating. No, that's not my message. The last part, scratch that out. My message to you is just do one thing every day that scares you and protect your energy. Because remember, what you think creates what you feel. How you feel creates a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Shout out my guy Smart. Shout out my guy Smart for the gem right there. That's a big gem. That's one of the biggest gems right there. Just pay attention to your thoughts, because remember, all of that, what I just said, rewind it. I'm not going to repeat all of that. But if you made it to the end of another episode, I appreciate you. Like, you really made it to the end of another episode. Oh my God. Yay. Thank you. You really made it to the end. Like, oh my God. I wish I had more energy, but honestly, I'm kind of tired right now, but just a tad bit. But I really hope y'all enjoy the rest of your days. I hope you got something out this episode. I am just really excited for the future of Mind Over Matter, and I hope you guys just enjoy the journey with me. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That is Mind Over Matter, baby. I need new sounds. Comment some sounds I should put on the soundboard that you want to hear while you're listening. And like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Like, what is you really doing? I'm on the road to 1K. 1K on the YouTubes. Thank you for listening. I love that for you. And I love you. And I hope you love yourself. Because that's all we really got at the end of the day.